you swipe, you can maybe swipe like 100 people. I don't know, it's been a while, but 100 people a day. But if you buy Tinder Plus, then you can go to 1,000 people out there. Chances of you finding your match is higher, right? That's marketing.
Wow, damn solid.
Pilot podcast of Damn Solid Podcast. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so my name is Dave. I am the co-founder of Aether Athletics. Aether Athletics, yeah. So the A is kind of silent. Aether Athletics is it's a gym that I recently opened somewhere in mid-December last year. And yeah, it's kind of like a new concept gym that I formulated. Me and my partner have like formulated back then, and then we made it come to life lah. So the idea is that we have classes. We have 4 different classes based on the different elements of nature: earth, air, fire, and water. And each of these elements correspond with a aspect of fitness that is equal and equally important to each other and also complementary lah. So, for example, earth class, because it's a very stable element, it's a endurance class. So it's like base level muscular and cardiovascular endurance. We have a fire class, which is peak power. So we deal with strength, building strength, and then also building strength with the component of velocity. So explosivity and stuff. These are things that people would usually think that it's for top level athlete weightlifters, but actually no, it's also a lot as we grow older. This aspect is more for independence, also like trying to stand up off a couch and stuff. And then we have water, which is mobility, a little bit underrated. Things about like flexibility, range of movement. And then the last one is air. So air is a very free-flowing element. It deals with agility. So these 4 elements is kind of the structure or like the way our classes is built. It's not so much performance or aesthetics as a focus, but more of a holistic and more of a complete approach at fitness that we are going for. Yeah, so that's what Aether Athletics is about. Just a little bit of tidbit. Aether is actually the 5th element. So
Wow,
so
it's the 5th element.
What is it? Yeah. So if you Google online Aether, it's the element of the gods, or it's the element of space. Yeah, so it's the element of nothingness, like basically, and it's the element that brings all the 4 elements together. So that's a bit of a backstory of what Aether is about.
Okay, that's just like Avatar.
Is it like inspired by feng shui?
Honest answer is inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes,
honest answer.
Actually, the moment I'm so old.
So it's based on a little bit based on that, but also it's based on my personal experience lah. So like I mentioned before the podcast started, is that the reason why I started this gym, or why we started this gym, is because it's a lot of training out there is focused on pure performance or aesthetics or lifting heavy and stuff, but I think not many people are in that range where they wanna go for high rocks or go lift heavier weight. Nothing wrong with that. But I think what, like personally for myself, the reason why I trained back then was to get back into shape. I tore my ACL. I had a lot of injuries. I was almost lower body paralyzed at one point because of a slip disc. And then over time, through training the 4 different aspects by myself, I was able to get back to the sports that I love to do, which is boxing, Muay Thai, things like that. And I think there's a lot of value in that. I think a lot of value in getting back into action, having freedom in your body again. And I kind of want to encapsulate that into a kind of like a service and a product, which is my gym, and then give it out to people. So I think that's mostly the main inspiration for the gym. But then also it kind of fits with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. The original one, not Korra. The original one.
Oh yes, the original one.
The original one. Shout out, the next one coming out already. The next season coming out.
The next season.
I heard there's a new season based on the next Avatar. But anyway, sidetrack a bit. I know you're a bit lost.
Further and further away, right?
People know. The listeners know. Yeah. But yeah, that's the inspiration of the gym, and why the gym is why it is.
So what element is Aether, right?
Aether.
So what workout is there in Aether?
So there's no workout.
Everything.
So it's the mind. It's the spirit. Previously I used to. I mean, before the gym start, I always thought like, what's Aether? Or maybe it's like breathing techniques and stuff. But then like a bit hard to sell lah, to be honest. So I mean, it's more about it's more about the. I mean, personally, lah, my belief. I'm sure no one out there think about my brand that much as me. But then the to me, either is more of the mentality, the just showing up, being consistent, wanting to do it, the why you even want to train in the first place, what brings it all together. I think that is more about it lah. So I think for myself in the business, either is more like the community, either is the intangibles like the space, the way we treat our customers, the way we treat our members, the way we kind of like do our training, the way we design our training. Things like that, the intangible, not the actual classes that we sell. These are the things. Same as what the element is, the intangible thing that brings all the other elements together. That's what the either is in the gym lah. Yeah.
Well, you practice this a lot, eh?
Not really. Not really lah. I think
you sell this to a lot of people.
I think about this a lot before I ever started. So I think
Yeah.
it just stuck on the back of my brain. Yeah.
Just great, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, this is on the topic of starting a gym. With the number of gyms that we see in Singapore right now, or your BFT, your F45, division and all. Yeah. So, I mean, how is it like, starting your gym in this current gym landscape?
Yeah, honestly, very tough. I mean, there is a lot of competition out there lah, but I think what I believe is that fitness, wellness, health is on the rise. People are more and more aware of the importance of it lah. It's not only a physical, that doesn't improve your physical like self, but also at the same time, people start to understand that the like working out, treating yourself, treating your body well is also very closely linked to mental health. It's a very big part of just being better and healthier as a person.
Yes.
As a whole, not just big muscle, lift heavy, that kind of thing. So I think that's I think there is as alongside the boom of what call it, like supply, there's also a boom of demand lah. This is at least what I hope lah, because there's no actual numbers out there, but I think based on sentiments, I feel like that's the case. And then also, the nature of the business is that a gym has only so much space. There's only how many members you can bring in. So as much as there's a lot of services out there, it's really about building that community and then keeping that community, finding that community, and then keeping that community that matters. Like finding that 120 people, 150 people. There's definitely way more people who want to work out. Like just options. Just hoping that they choose your gym or choose your service as an option. That's mostly lah. So I think that's where I come from lah. That's the angle, or that's the perspective I come for when I started this business. Yeah.
I mean, recently, Bob, you said that you read about this article where young people nowadays are more health conscious. Like they don't go clubbing, they don't go boozing anymore.
Less lah. I mean, I think there's a trend where there are less. People are no longer drinking and clubbing like they used to, like in my days. The good old days. Those were the times when people were hanging out late, doing a lot of drinking, waking up late and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think there is a shift in the mindset and the lifestyle of people right now. They are healthier. I mean, there's a lot of people engaging in sports activities, and this whole movement of wanting to live better, to just be stronger. I think we are seeing this shift right now, and I think this definitely has been pivotal in the whole gym business, I guess.
For sure. I think it's just mostly awareness. Like I think now everybody has access to the internet. And then like I think more and more people are more aware of like the harms, or not harms, I mean it is harms, but the negatives of like drinking late, going out, smoking, things like that. Not exercising, being sedentary. These are things that people are more aware about, and I think back then people don't have the access. Just like I feel good tonight. Like this. It's good for me. It's mental health. But I think it's just a bit different right now. I think especially the Gen Zs who were born into the internet. They are a lot more aware. I would say a lot more aware.
But on the point of mental health, I think it's true. I mean, it's true for me because I think after a workout, I actually feel better. Sometimes when I'm feeling down, I think just a quick workout actually helps me, like 5-10 minutes. All it takes to really lift up, the day. It's just life changing, man.
For sure. I think it's I mean, this is my belief lah, but I believe that like we're not built to be sitting on desks. We're not built to be sitting down the whole day. That's not what humans are created for lah. Some people might debate, but I think we are meant to move. And then being not able to move or having your lifestyle not allowing you to move kind of has some form of stress internally that like I think it's a bit hard to put into words, but it's like your body wants to do it. Your body is built to do it, but you're not doing it. And then your body kind of senses that like something's wrong. Then it kind of forms negative feelings and stuff. I think this is my belief. I think it's quite common that I mean, alongside working out, there is also the natural release of endorphins and stuff, things like that. So I agree with you. 100% agree with you. I mean, that, a workout is definitely a good way to get out of a rut. I mean, personally myself, I have gone through bouts of not great times back in the past, and always working out, just doing something physical always helps how you feel.
Find your eater.
Let's go. 34B Circular Road. There's an eater. Yes, over there. Next to Quay. Let's go.
Solid, not bad.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So since we are on the topic of maybe we call it the struggles, phase of starting a business. So, what were some of the biggest obstacles that you face, when starting a gym?
Oh, big. Okay, so the thing about biggest obstacle, right, is
maybe top 3. I think
top 3.
There are many challenges out there.
It's like you ask me to choose my favorite song. It's like there's a million out there.
Maybe a top 3.
I think every phase has its own challenges. I think wanting to make the decision to open a business has its own thing. The very existential thing of like, am I really going to pivot my life away from that? That is one thing. Once you cross that, then there's so many government agencies I need to talk to. How am I going to fill up all these forms? There's a whole big thing about itself. Personally, I think this is very general things of like learning and then like wanting to do it. At every step of the way of being an entrepreneur, I think there is always things that you need to like overcome. Whether is it like externally or internally, and then to get to the next step, and then you find your next wall to climb over. I think that's there. But for me personally, for our gym personally, I think one of the biggest struggles mostly is funding in the beginning. I think that's one of the very big thing. I think looking for people to support when it's nothing, it's kind of tough. A little bit. A lot of people will say like, oh yeah, we'll support. But I think like when it comes down to actually putting money down, it's a bit tough. So I think it's having that moment where you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna put my money in. Fuck it, I'm gonna take a loan. Fuck it, I'm gonna like do whatever it takes to get that thing. Sorry, can I curse?
No problem.
We have not decided.
Damn solid. I don't know. You can bleep me like. But I mean like reaching that moment where like screw it, I'm gonna do it. Screw it, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like just doing whatever it takes to get that funding is a very tough moment in the beginning. I think secondly also is I think it's talking about more internal stuff first. There's also the very imposter syndrome part of it where like I think a lot of people, no matter what field you are starting a business, I think you always gotta I'm not that, but until you do it, you're not that, and even when you're doing it also like you constantly think that you're not worthy, things like that. I think that's things that I believe not just me but everyone struggles with on a daily basis, and then just trying to reaffirm that, trying to like, oh, I'm gonna do that. That's a very big struggle that I think I personally face lah. Then I think another thing is I think I hate government websites lah. So I hate working with governments lah. So I think we had a lot of issues starting our business. We were supposed to start in June. I think I mentioned it previously, but we were supposed to start in June. And then there was a whole government thing where they wanted to tax us a huge amount of money. And then it delayed our opening by 6 months. We had to find a new space. I'm not sure whether you want me to get into details of that or not. But
I think go into it.
Go into details. Okay, so we were supposed to. So right now we are open in Circular Road at Quay. That's our current location where we are running our gym. But I think previously what we were thinking of is opening somewhere more less prime, I would say. We were thinking of opening in Tai Seng. We were opening in an industrial area where there's a little bit more space. Rents, like the cost per square footage is a little bit better. That's originally where we started. So we actually found a space. We secured the space, signed the lease, put in the deposit already.
Wow.
Everything. Then so we paid the change of use with URA. Then basically the government just said like, yeah, sure, you can use it. You have the green light to use the space. But before that, you need to pay a tax. They were like, oh sure. I mean, like tax, like comes with the grounds. Then they just told us that we have to pay 120K one-time payment to just use the space for 2 years, if I'm not wrong. 120K. Yeah.
Wait, for only 2 years. Does that mean that when the 2 years is up,
we have to pay again?
Oh
You
my
have to pay
gosh.
again. Yeah, so it's apparently a new thing called the land betterment charge, because the area is an industrial area. Then to use it as, I mean, they deem using a gym as like being a retail service kind of place.
Okay.
To switch it to a new class, a better class, apparently from what they say, it takes a tax to better the land use.
All right.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where like we didn't know about it. No one knew about it. Our agent didn't know about it. The landlord didn't know about it. No one knew about it. And then like when we hit the wall, we didn't know until we did it.
Maybe they should pay you because you are bettering that land.
Exactly. Let's go.
Improving
But
the
then
health
the
of
government
everyone in
didn't
the
get it.
area. Sorry, improving the health of everyone in the area.
Yeah, exactly. Improving the lives of people there. Also, that's what we do. We try to better
Yeah.
everyone else. But then we got tax I think this government so it's just, they just want the money They don't care So I mean, so that whole situation delayed our opening by 6 months.
Right.
We had loans in hand that we have to pay back on a monthly. So there was kind of like a very stressful moment. Before we even took the first step, right? I mean, the first official step of like opening a gym.
Wait, so do you lose your deposit?
So it was a whole situation where should I go into detail? But it's a long story lah. But basically, the thing is we had an agreement with the landlord saying that as long as our change of use permit is not approved, we'll get our deposit back. But the tricky thing is that the URA approved our change of use. And then said that, now that it's approved, you just have to pay this tax to use the space. So it's a very tricky situation. So the deposit was 3 months, if I'm not wrong, 3 months of 2 to 3 months of the rent. It's quite a big amount. Then after that, we had a whole situation, we check. Then I think after a while, we had to go a whole round to tell the URA to tell us officially that it is officially rejected, the URA. If we don't pay the tax, we have to convince them to tell us that. Then after that, then we got the letter, then we were able to get our deposit back. But that was a whole 2 months situation that delayed our opening even further. And then we have to find a new space and then then re-equip the space. And then it's just 6 months worth of no revenue.
Oh dear.
So it's kind of, it's very stressful. That was one of the biggest hurdles we had at that point of time. And then after that, sorry, you asked me to choose one but I got a lot. I got a lot. Every day is a hurdle, to be honest. So after that, when we started already, then there's the whole getting the first few members. Because I think as with any business, the first few clients, the first few members is always the hardest. Because you don't have any momentum, you have nothing to show for it. That's the hardest. And then convincing them to come in, then getting more people. And then I think on a daily also, it's just very existential. It's like is this something that I still want to continue? Is this something that is worth going? Because we're not making profits for the first few months and stuff. So it's just thinking whether we should cut our losses or keep going. That's a lot of internal talk, a lot of like considerations now. So I think along the way, with every step, there's always hurdles. I think it's just finding the why and finding is it worth it? Is this something that you want to push through and figure out what's on the other side? That's what matters. I think honestly, that's mostly it.
Wow, that's quite a bit of obstacles that you have mentioned.
It's all obstacles.
Right.
Everything is an obstacle.
Okay, you mentioned funding as one of the first. I think maybe our audience will be interested to find out, because entrepreneurship is something that probably is on many people's mind, but not many of us actually know what to do and also how much we need to have. So maybe you don't have to give me the exact figure, maybe a rough idea. Let's say tomorrow I want to start a gym. How much funding should I be setting aside, and what would the funds be used for?
Okay, so it depends. I mean, with every answer, it depends because not all depends on what your gym is.
Yep.
Is it a group-based gym? Is it going to be like you let people in and
Let's
then
say I
you
want to
got
do a High Rocks gym.
High Rocks gym lah. Then you just need to get the High Rocks equipment lah. I mean, things like that depends on the kind of services and how much where you want to open the space. So let's say like ourselves, we want to open in the middle of the CBD area, and then it's a group-based gym. So most of our stuff is free weights. We don't have a lot of machines like you see in the fitness first stuff. So the capital is slightly cheaper. It's mostly based on our design of the program and then our coaching. So the capital is slightly lower. Like, I think most of the capital goes to rent and getting the initial free weights and stuff. And then the idea is to build along the way. If you're asking about the capital, roughly the range from 100 to 150k, around that range lah. 150k, getting enough runway, doing marketing. I think a lot of the money has to go into marketing lah, because you need to put it's like, I think the idea of you build it, people will come, doesn't exist, especially in Singapore and like such a space where there's so much noise out there, and especially for ourselves when we're opening a gym where there's so much other competition. Marketing is very important. Like putting money into getting your name out there is, I think it should be one of the top priority in where you spend your money on. Even more so as compared to equipments and stuff. I think that's the most important, because if you don't spend on marketing, no one's gonna like you don't spend on marketing, no one's gonna come. No one's gonna come. Your business is not gonna move. And it's just gonna collapse lah. So I think that's my answer lah. I think mostly on marketing, and then the essentials lah, which is rent, equipment and stuff to make
and pay for your staff as well.
Yes, exactly. Pay for your staff, not yourself lah, because I'm not paying myself at this point in time, at least. I'm very honest. In the hopes in the future.
Oh, nice. So 100k, 150k,
roughly around there lah.
Well, let's go, man.
Come on. You want to open a new franchise? Let me know. I can look into that. Yeah.
We can definitely look at that. But I mean, on the point of marketing, it's good to know that marketing budget is there. The focus. I think Unleash can.
Do you need social media management?
Actually, I do.
No, but your socials are damn good. I'm really impressed.
I wish I had more consistency. I think the thing is that because we are a very lean team, it's just me and my partner, two of us. We don't really have employees for anything other than coaching hours. So I wish I had more consistency. I think a social media game, you have to be very consistent. You have to be always in people's face. As good as our content is, I think if we don't always post, you tend to be forgotten lah. So there's that stress lah. So I wish I could do more. I wish someone could help me, but I also need the money for someone to help me. That's the thing lah.
But I mean what you're doing is really impressive. I myself personally enjoy watching it. I think the one you did, the backlit one, just talking to yourself or something. I was like, wow, so funny with this guy.
I love the sleep paralysis team.
The sleep paralysis team.
I swear that was so funny.
That was so good.
I think it's a good way to kind of show personality.
Yes,
I think most of why people go to gym also, not just, I mean, everybody got the same equipment, more or less. Everybody got it's more or less the same thing. But I think it's just the people.
The
gym owner, the trainers and stuff. Do you vibe with them? Do you enjoy the? I think that's what's the most important. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the best gym equipment, if it's the best program. If you go there, you don't like the people, you don't enjoy the space, you're not going to continue. So whatever the training method is, you're not going to get progress. I think one of the main things about personally, I feel the main things about training, or the main things about getting somewhere with exercising and training is not how heavy you lift or whatever, what program you do. Is just doing something you enjoy and then being consistent with it. Even if it's old auntie walking backwards on the park, if that's what they enjoy and they do it consistently, they're gonna get somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
If you enjoy, I don't know, playing badminton or something, then of course that's something that you're gonna do the next day. You're gonna look forward to doing the next day, and then that's gonna bring you somewhere lah. As compared to like this is the best possible way to train, and then you hate it. You're gonna do it probably for 1 week, and then you're not gonna do it again. Then you're not gonna go somewhere. You're gonna go in a circle lah, basically. So this is also roughly why we open the philosophy behind our gym. Like, we want to make our trainings fun, make our trainings somewhere, a place where people want to come back to and then consistently train. I think that's the idea. So I think in terms of back to your social media, I just want to not show off but just show that we're kind of like a lighthearted place, not too serious. stupid sense of humor a little bit, and then I think this is more about that, how just thinking of how to put it out there in the social space lah. It just turns out in a stupid video lah. So that's about
So
it.
enjoyable, entertaining, and I'm sure is going to get you a lot of eyeballs and awareness.
Yeah. Hope so.
So you say like people come to your gym because of your
Huh?
So people come to your gym because of who you are. Will you say like people come to your gym because of you guys?
I think okay lah. I think honestly, on the engagement side of things, at least when I look at the socials, those videos resonate a lot more with our current members and people already lah. So mostly is them. A little bit is like I think maybe about 30 to 40% is outside of our followings. So I think it's more about just besides just getting new people. So it's about re-engaging and then building that community lah. Basically, having something that they're like, they all can talk about together. Being a clown for them, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, just having shared things to talk about, things like that. I think that has value in it also lah. So I think the thing about the gym business is that it's not just about acquiring; it's also about retaining. It's about retention and how you keep people in. Is just make them feel belong, make them have something to talk about, make them have something like, you know, just things to relate to, you know. So that's mostly
actually what's the demographic of your gym?
So interestingly, right, I did not expect this, but I think 60 to 70% is females. Yeah, mostly females.
It's because of you lah.
Yeah. Whatever. No, I don't think so lah. I don't think so. But I don't know. Somehow it just skewed that way. I think it's mostly because our gym is very non-intimidating lah. I think from what I heard is that a lot of speaking to, because I spoke to a lot of people before I started the gym on like some of them have already gym memberships and then some of them has jumped out of gym membership, and then I asked them why did they stay with their current gym and why did they not stay with a certain gym. And then I think a lot of times a lot of them what they say is that most of the time when you go to a group gym, it feels very cliquish, it feels very exclusive, or you have those people who can go for high rocks, or those people who can live very heavy, and then the coaches will only talk to them. They won't talk to the new people. It feels very exclusive. It feels very like intimidating. And then like you feel like there's a crew that's in, and then you go in as outsider. The feeling. We don't have that philosophy. Like I think we believe that like everybody come in, you put in the effort. No matter which point you're starting from scratch or you're trying to improve as a athlete. Things like that. We are all trying to get better, right? You know, so everybody deserves the same amount of respect, lah. So I think perhaps I think maybe we have that kind of vibe. So a lot of the people who come in feel that, and then I honestly don't know why mostly females, but maybe it's more inviting. Maybe it's less intimidating, less gym bro vibes. You know what I mean? I think that one got a bit of a. Nothing wrong with that. Gym bros are people too. But it's just maybe it's a vibe thing. It's a vibe thing. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, at least you're meeting a certain segment of the community, you know, who can benefit from a less intimidating gym like yours. I mean, like myself, when I see those there's this gym near my place. I shall not name the gym. What the people are like damn fit, they're solid. I feel like if I go in, I'm like this ball of fats going through the door. Nah, that's not gonna happen, man. So this your gym sounds like the kind of place I should be going to.
We try as much as possible to be as beginner friendly as possible lah. So I mean, looking at myself, I'm not like super jacked. I'm not super fit. To be honest, like that's not the vibe that we're going for. I mean, also not that there's anything wrong with being jacked or fit lah, because I wish I could be also lah. But the thing is just being anyone who's working out, anyone who's training, or anyone who wants to train can train. You know, it's just not allowing people to come in and then creating a safe space. I think that's the idea lah. I think mostly out there, especially as high rocks get more and more popular, things like CrossFit games and stuff like that, things like that. People always think of fitness as you have to be at a certain point to get in. But how do you get to that certain point? You know, like how do you even start? Like, must you start by yourself? But how do you start by yourself? You don't have any guidance. Then personal training is too expensive. All right. Then maybe group training, a small group training might be a good middle ground. You know, so that's the idea where we create our gym.
Right. Okay. Maybe just a question, because you mentioned about imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Earlier. I think many people, entrepreneurs, or people who wants to be entrepreneurs, before they start something, how do we actually start that thing? Let's say we don't come from that background. Do you come from a gym background? Maybe you can share a little bit about what you were doing before starting the gym and the eventual, do I need to be like, I need to be a personal trainer first before I can start the gym? You can share a little bit about your background there.
Yeah, so there's two things lah. There's my professional career, which is completely not gym, and then there is my fitness journey lah, I would say. So I'll start with the less interesting one lah, which is my professional career lah. My professional career, I've always been in media, advertising, marketing throughout my 10 years or so, 11 years of my career. I used to be an agency dealing with many different industries. And then eventually I went into social media. I worked in a social media agency for about a couple of years. And then lastly, I went to work for advertising for movies. US movies lah, specifically. So I don't want to name the studio, but I went in there in a very weird time. I went in there 2019, just before COVID. After that, then the whole industry was kind of wrecked by COVID lah. I think theatre going has been very heavily wrecked by not only COVID but also streaming as a whole. So that whole thing happened, and then I mentioned previously that I saw that there was a lot of changes happening within the organization from the Hollywood level all the way down. Then I see a lot of like layoffs, and then I see my boss get laid off, my manager get laid off on a year-on-year basis, quite consistently every time, the same time every year. The same time in the year they get laid off, and then you see the structure change going downwards towards myself lah. I also knew that when they got laid off, they were given a pay package, quite a nice pay package lah. So I was just waiting for my turn, kind of. So I was just making plans throughout the entire time. I knew it was gonna happen already. Then I was just making plans, and then at the back of my mind, not even back of my mind, quite the forefront of my mind, just making plans of like what to do next. And then I think this is one of the things that I wanted to do next lah. So this links with my physical journey. I started doing combat sports when I was 3 years old.
What? 3 years old?
So my parents just my parents put me in. I mean, I'm sure this is why everybody also got the same story. Like everybody got joined taekwondo or like something. I joined taekwondo at the CC.
I never.
I hear a lot of people like the parents just throw them there for 2 hours, then after that pick them up. That was me at 3-4 years old. I don't know what I was doing. Then I did taekwondo at 3 years old. Then eventually, long story short, I think I got to national, international level. When I was 16. I competed in one international tournament, got a bronze medal. A lot of my gigs back then were coaching gigs. So that was my initial point of coaching lah. I was acting head coach of at like 17 years old, acting head coach of a taekwondo school. At one point, I was coaching Edgefield Secondary School, the whole level of Sec 1 or Sec 2. At one time, taekwondo as a PE. They had this program lah. Then I did that for like a year. Then that was my coaching. Before I even started career, before NS, everything. I did that lah. Then I think it's 17, 18. That was how I earned my like side money lah. Like back then, people work service job and stuff. That was my job. And then I realized I had a knack in it lah. I didn't really explore that. After that, I went to NS. I went to uni. I got a job. And then sorry. Back to the physical journey. The reason why I stopped at that point in time also because I had a very severe slip disc injury. So I had to retire from the sport lah. So also like it was so severe that there was one point there was a national tournament. I remember I won all the fights until the finals, and then I couldn't fight the finals because I couldn't even stand up. I had to lie down. I couldn't even stand up. So the way it works is that one day you fight like 3-4 times, 3-4 people lah. Then I was lying there. And I was like, I think I should retire lah. I couldn't move lah. Then when the doctor, they said I was almost lower body paralyzed. My nerves were pinched and stuff. Then that was the end of that story lah. I thought that was the end already. Then NS happened. I went to uni. I slowly got back into shape. So I went to CrossFit. I did CrossFit for a couple of years. A bit weird lah because I got slip disc and stuff. I went at it at a very like apprehensive, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Surprisingly, it got my back better. Working, trying to strengthen the muscles and stuff. Trying to, like, with lifting weights, building my general strength and ability to move around.
Right.
Got me back into action a little bit. And then that's where I realized, actually strength training is quite important. I think because back then when you're training specifically for one sport, it's very specific. We only train low body. My upper body got no strength at all. We only kick only. The upper body, like, it's like T-Rex, I'm small, leg big, that kind of thing. Then eventually down the road, after that, there's a lot of weird injuries. Like, I got a lot of injuries. I tore my ACL because I was playing catching. Long story short. Then I had to get back into action again. Then it was like things like yoga, things like my own training in terms of mobility training and stability training that got me back into doing Muay Thai. Something that I still like still a combat sport, and then boxing after that. So is this entire journey that I've been through of falling out of a sport because of injuries and then getting back into action because of mobility, things like strength training and stuff that informs my philosophy for Aether Athletics lah.
Nice.
Where it's the balance that is as important as balance is more important as just going for performance for one aspect lah. I think the holistic approach at things, especially as we grow older, not as young, okay, things like that it's more important. Longevity is that lah. So it meets at the point where I was about to get let go by my company lah. I think that was how it informed my decision. I want to kind of, I understand that there's a lot of people out there who used to be, like, always say, I used to be active. I used to do this sport in primary school, used to do this sport in secondary school. I used to be a badminton player. I used to be a volleyball player. Everybody have I used to be that. But then I think it's I always at the back of my mind, I always have why can't it be now? You know? Yeah. Why it has to be used to, you know? Then most of the time people say, because I haven't done this for such a long time. I have not moved for such a long time. There is a path back to doing the things that you love, you know. You don't have to stop just because you're older. You have responsibilities. You can do it on a recreational level, not as a competitive level, but there is always a way back. And then I think I want to give people that option, that pathway lah with my gym. I think that's the very idealistic way of thinking about why I open my gym lah, to give people that power back, you know. So career-wise and physical-wise, I think it just met at a point where that was where I was at. Also, I think very importantly is I think opening a gym, there is an expiry date on when you can open a gym. It's a very physical sport. It's a very physical career. It's a very physical path. I would say I can't do this when I'm like 45. I have to take like 6 classes, 7 classes a day, each 1 hour, show the form and stuff. I think it takes way more of a toll older. So I realized that I was just nice at a point where all this met. I was 32, 33 at the point of time. I just nice about to let go from my company. I was counting, 2 more months, 3 more months left. And then I was just nice at a journey where I went through a lot of different things with my physical journey that, like, I think I have something to give lah.
Nice.
So that's where that's where everything met and then Aether became a thing lah. Nice. Yeah. So that's the entire, mostly the path lah. That at least personally I've been through. If you ask my partner, probably has his own path, but at least from my perspective, this is why I wanted to start Aether.
I mean, it's very encouraging. It's really nice to hear this. I see a converge of passion, and it leads to purpose, because you know, not everyone gets to step out and pursue something that they are passionate about. I mean, given that you don't come from a personal trainer in the past, but you know, you're doing something so different, and then you have that passion, and that passion allows you to step out and start something. And not only are you doing something for yourself to chase your passion, but you are empowering others, you know, giving them, you know, a path back to fitness, as you mentioned just now. And I think that is something that is I think that's really good for the community. I think it feeds us more than just, you know, money and, you know, interest, but it's like a calling. 100%. I think that is a really good thing that you're doing over there.
I mean, obviously money important lah.
Of course.
I mean, it's a business, money is important. Hopefully, like, you know, it gets people understand what what the business is about, and then they see the value and then they are willing to pay for it, I would say.
Yes,
but
yes.
We can give that kind of value. But I mean, I think definitely that you need to feel a certain calling, a sense of purpose, and really a want to do this, to want to do it. Because I think the main reason why a lot of people don't do business is because it's not easy, it's tough. It's there's, like what I said earlier, there's roadblocks all the way. It's every step of the way is a roadblock. So I think it's just finding the why to cross the roadblocks, finding the why to continue, finding the why to take the next step. I just want to do it. I think that's very important. I think if you don't have the why, there's 1,000,001 reasons why you won't take the next step.
Definitely.
I think the main reason why we are all here is because we keep finding the purpose, the reason why, why to take the next step, to the point where we are like making things alive, why you have this podcast, the first podcast. I'm sure you all had like 4 years worth of, should I do it? What can I do? Next step. And then eventually it became a thing. It's just it's not just it appear in the day. It's a lot of like back of your mind.
Actually, we do
conversations.
it. We only doing this podcast because it's cool now. Like apparently our podcasts are cool.
Is it?
So, I don't know.
It's cool. Let's go.
Okay, but talking about that, right? So I wanted to ask you a question. Like, just now you say, like, I mean, everyone knows, like, to run when you run a business, making money is like very important, right?
Yes.
Actually, it's the most important thing. Like, if you don't make money,
that's
then
business,
then why run a business, right?
Exactly.
So in our field, right, in like the film industry, or what we do, video production, we always struggle, right, between balancing profit and also doing what we want. Basically, doing what we want versus doing what our clients want.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything to relate to that? Like, for you, it's like making money. Versus retaining your clients.
Yes, 100%. I think when you go into a business, especially when you haven't started, you're very idealistic about things. You're like, I'm gonna do this. I'm sure you're like, I'm gonna do this
everything, man.
cool thing. Then I'm gonna like make this stuff. But then when you go to a client, and the client says, I want to make the logo bigger. I don't know what. They say the standard few things Clients always say client stuff So they come at a very different perspective. And then at the end of the day, they're the one paying the money. So it's that naturally you have to pivot Personally for ourselves. Idealistically, I think the 4 elements is the things that I want to balance completely. I think when we started off, even till today, we try to have a balance of all the 4 different elements, like water class, air class, earth class, fire class. We try to make it as balanced as possible so that people get a balanced approach at fitness as what our philosophy is. But I think as we go along, when we look at our attendance, then we see, most people come for this class a little bit quieter. I think it only makes sense to put more of the classes that people are interested in and then put less of the class. While still finding that line of what your threshold is, as in like what at what point do you feel like you're undermining your ideals, I think it's just up to you to figure out what that line is. I think for ourselves, I think we are okay to let in more people to come in. And then maybe eventually down the road, when we get a bit more revenue, then we can actualize our full potential.
Sorry, I'm very curious, like what classes do people like to attend?
I think at this point of time, water class, stretching, flexibility. No, that's the least. That's the least. Our least attendance. I think not very sexy. I think flexibility, you cannot count numbers. Mobility, you cannot count. I think that's the thing about the way our gym is struggling is because we're not a very numbers focused gym. I think looking at numbers it's good. It's good to track records and then to build progress. But I think after a while it gets not very where it can get to a point where it's not very healthy. I think what's more important is how you feel in your body, how you move around, how active you feel. So I think that aside, water class is the least important, not least important, the least attended class. I think you cannot see numbers as you stretch. You're like, you wake up in the morning, then you like, whole body very tight. Next morning you wake up after the class, you feel better by yourself. it's not something you can post on IG. It's
Yeah.
not something you can. It's not very sexy lah. It's like
Supposed to stretch.
Yeah. It's not very nice. Feeling better is not something that it can be very nicely marketed lah. I think as compared to the most popular class, which is our fire class, which is building strength.
Yep.
Endurance class, people like a sweat. You can see sweat dripping off their head. They feel a good sweat.
You can show the reps.
Exactly. Things like that definitely do a lot better lah. Air class is kind of in the middle lah. I think air class is agility. We try to so for our air class we do like sprints, we do ladder work, foot drills. I think there's a novelty to it. I think that's our most unique class. That class, our air class is more inspired by sports training and stuff. So you get a lot of like explosivity drills, a lot of like throw the ball against the wall, run here, run there, do that kind of thing. That one is kind of in the middle. I think people who have done sports before, they have a sense of nostalgia. They enjoy the class, but some people, their coordination not that good. Then they are a bit intimidated by it. But I think the thing is, that's what we're trying to train to.
Right.
I think besides just the physical portion, there's the coordination portion, there's the mind-body connection that we're trying to train to. And then there is importance there. But once again, it's not very sexy lah. Being coordinated is not something that you can put in numbers, put into things. So I think your question is which one is the least popular? Yeah, water, strength, flexibility, mobility. But it's very important. It's personally what I feel is equally as important as everything else. Yeah.
Nice.
So how do you make this like work? Like, because you're saying like I mean, like it's very expensive, right? I think the rental in Singapore is crazy. So how do
I think that's the biggest challenge for any gym owner. Rental, you need space to open a gym. And then space is the most expensive thing in Singapore. I would say is like anyone who rents a space in a commercial area would feel the pinch every month. Like personally, every end of the month, I am in a bad mood because I have to pay rent. I was like, I understand the French people, right? Now, like, bourgeoisie, landowners, they are the evil one. I feel that lah. Every month, every end of the month, like rent. Rent is very scary. It's very painful in Singapore. So yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Okay, how do you make this? How do you make your gym profitable?
That one I can't answer as of now because I think right now we are still in a phase where I think it comes with so one of the things that if you're opening a gym, especially if you're opening a non-franchise gym from like us from scratch, right? Unless you have a community ready to go already, right? You're gonna make loss in the first few months on it's bound to happen. Right? It's just how much loss you're gonna make only, how much you can slow down the loss. Because the thing about the gym business is that your profits come later on. You open a gym, you put all your capital, everything up front, you open the gym, you get the space, you get the equipment. But then after that, mostly your operating fees stays quite stagnant. And then it's just trying to get the members to the point where it crosses the line. I think that's it. So I think right now, how we try to make the gym earn more money, I wouldn't say profitable because we're not profitable as of now, honestly speaking, is I think just trying to be genuine with our services. Just because me and my partner, we're both in the front lines, we're the one holding the classes, also trying to have genuine connections with people who come in, and then hoping that they do find value in our gym and then continue with us and then willing to invest in the gym. I think that's mostly what we can do at the very operational front. On the non-operational front, it's just like what I mentioned earlier, marketing, advertising, just always having you must do it. I think the easiest thing to do, or the easiest thing when a business owner look at their profit loss statement, right, is I'm making loss, or I'm not making as much profit as I'm making, and then what can I cut my costs in? I think the easiest thing to cut from the front line is I'm going to cut marketing. I think that's one of the things that like a lot of people would think of first. But I think personally for what I feel is that you can't cut marketing. Marketing is the lifeblood of your business. If you don't cut marketing, you're not going to get people in. So always just push just try to push as much as possible, push forward and then even if it fails or whatever, at least you pushed. You try to put it out there. I think you have to put yourself out there. I think that's what business is.
I wish more people would think that they cannot cut marketing.
I'm sure they will think the same way.
They will never cut marketing, but they will cut the budget.
Exactly.
Can you do this amount for?
I think marketing is very easy to cut because you look at number like I just cut 1K cut 2K It's very easy to cut because it's like very intangible in the beginning. Unless you like doing like lead generation marketing, where you can see immediately, I spend like $10, I'm going to get get how much back.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you're doing like, I believe you're doing more creative stuff, right? Creative stuff more intangible. That is very hard. It's very hard to like put numbers to it. Then like, I come 1K maybe, not so much difference. I guess that's the thing now. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
You know, when I think of a gym, right? I mean, I personally go to like Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
You know, all I can think about how they make money, right, is just by pure like member subscription, member registration, whatever.
Yeah.
So does it work the same for you? Like, you know, you just want to get as many people to sign
it's
up.
slightly different lah. So like things like Anytime Fitness or gyms where like is like a bunch of equipment, free equipment, then you go in and do whatever you want to do, right? Their main business model is they want you to sign up and then not show up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how they earn money. So little secret lah. They want as much as possible to pay for the subscription and not show up because they also have limited capacity. You know, so they want you to pay the money but not be there so that they have more capacity to bring in more people. Yep. That is their main business model lah. I think for us, it's a bit tougher. Honestly, you want to earn money, that's easier, probably easier to earn money lah. I think for us, more passion-led, not so smart way to do it is like us basically more passion-led where it's a small group gym. The way we earn money is not through you not coming, it's actually for you from you coming more often. I think it's more, personally I feel it's more in line with if you want to open a gym, you want people to get better, you want people to be better. I think it's more in line with that. I think the way we earn money is through retention. So if you are like, what we look at is customer lifetime value lah.
Yes.
Yep.
So like for example, if you come to the gym and then you show up, you pay your like maybe bi-weekly or monthly membership fee. You show up for 1 whole year.
Yep.
Basically, the more you show up, the more the company earns lah. That's what I would say. But I think it's also giving that value for people to want to come back. Yeah. So I think that's the idea. Because at the end of the day, when you get one customer, you only pay like you count the cost per lead. It's got to be what it is, you know, and then it's how much you can yield out of it. So it's a model that encourages the gym to connect with the members, to make it a space that they want to return.
Right.
The more you come back, the more frequent you come back, the more it is a habit. The more it is a habit, the more you will continue. I think that's the business model of a group-based gym at least lah. It's very different from Anytime Fitness. So I would say if anyone out there who's looking to start fitness, not know where to start, I would say a group, at least from a business model front, I would say a group fitness business like ours or a personal training fitness channel is actually a better way to go to, because the business is more inclined to see your progress, to see you be consistent as compared to Anytime Fitness. Yeah. Unless you're very super motivated by yourself lah, you know. Yeah, you know. So that's just how it is lah. Yeah.
So you have a community right now.
Yeah.
And you talk about, you know, seeing the progress, the change that the people experience and they see for themselves. So maybe is it possible for you to share with us, like, you know, like, is there any kind of success stories or testimonials from you know your community? Like, how has attending the gym transform them or help them?
Yeah, for sure. I think firstly, I'm very proud that most of our reviews in our gym is people who say that our gym is very friendly to beginners, very very nice space for beginners. I think we receive a lot of reviews on that, both on ClassPass, both on Google. A lot of people who join, a lot of them have not worked out ever before.
Oh, wow.
Our space have a lot of a lot of our members are like, this is their first ever gym they ever started with. Or like not even gym, like lift weight. They never lift weight ever before. And then they found our space inviting enough. They found our coaching methodology and our ideology friendly enough for them to want to continue, and also like gain progress lah. So we have some members who previously could not even do a squat, you know, or don't understand how the body works at all. But then 2-3 months in, right now they are actually like able to keep up with classes and then like be completely like used to the movements. And then because we don't count like we don't count weight loss and stuff like that, but they say they feel a lot better. They feel a lot they feel more active as people lah, and then they feel healthier. That means a lot to us. I think hearing that they are in a better place as they were before, mentally, and physically, that means a lot to us. I think we have a lot of pride in being a very beginner friendly, very approachable gym lah. I think that's where I feel like our value is from. On the other side, we also have people who come in currently already doing sports already. We have BJJ instructors. We have rock climbing coaches. We have people who do like bouldering and stuff. People who like do other martial arts and stuff also. And people who do other sports. They come in and then they say that after our training, they feel their performance have improved. Like BJJ instructor, they say their grips improve. They are a bit more flexible. They can do different stuff than before. They feel like they are a little bit, they get a little bit more of a competitive edge right now. People who climb, they say like, oh, their climbing improve. I don't know how. I personally don't climb. So they say they improve in one way or another. So I mean, it's very nice to hear that on both fronts, right? People who are starting anew and then people who are looking to improve where they are from now on a competitive and or on a more less beginner level are also improving. I think it goes to show that our program is working in many ways.
I like how the way that you're saying that your gym doesn't just focus on a lot of the physical stuff, but there's a lot of mental balance and there's also community involvement as well. So what are the ways that you have been doing to focus on that or like to bring awareness to all this?
Okay, so on the mental wellness stuff, to be honest, I mean, it's more of you work out. After that, you have a nice vibe, a place that you can vibe in, have nice people to look forward to work out with. That has the mental benefit. I think it's quite natural that if you train in a space that you feel safe, you feel comfortable in, and then you leave, you feel better about yourself. I think that's the mental component. In terms of building a community, we are still in the initial part of building a community, to be honest. We're still trying to grow the community, but as much as possible, we try to have like little get-togethers. So I think recently we had a free event where we have like current members come into our gym and then learn how to lift a barbell properly. It's like it's not a workout, but more of like an educational session. And then have like it's called a barbell and brunch. So they come in. So they lift barbells. After that, they have brunch together. We have partnerships with like companies like Croissant and stuff like where we are able to get our members certain discounts and stuff. So we try to just try to bring people together. Honestly, I wish we could do more. I think right now our main focus is still growing the community, getting people in.
Nice.
But eventually down the road, this is at a like when we were thinking about the idea of the gym at the get-go, this was one of the things that we were planning to do. I think as of right now, we are still not able to do because of revenue and cost. But then I think we want to give back the community where every month or every quarter or so, we want to like do like some sort of like sporting event. Not sporting event, but like bring our members to do a certain sport or a certain discipline just for fun. Because I think the idea is that if you're training to be athletic, let's go do something athletic lah. So the idea is that further down the road, as we gather more members, as we grow, maybe we'll just bring them to go do boxing one day for fun. Or we'll bring them to go do frisbee for one day, go do some sport for fun. Just try something new.
Like expose them to different kinds of things that they might not usually get exposed to?
Exactly. Because I think the idea is that you train to be fitter, you train to be more athletic, more mobile. For what? So that you can live more freely. You can do the things you want to do. You can try new experiences, learn new things. And it's just exposing them to that. I think personally, I felt a lot of enjoyment back then when I got back to action and then I learned a new sport or I do something new. This has a lot of, I feel a lot of like experiencing new things is where you're living. I think that's where you're living. So I think it's one of those things that I aspire to do further down the road as we gather more members, as we'll get more profitable. I want to like kind of show the members that like you're not just training so that I want to lose weight, I want to look better, things like that. Nothing wrong with that, but also at the same time, there's more to that. I think being able to live freely, being able to, hey, tomorrow I'm just going to go on a hike. Tomorrow I'm going to fly to somewhere, climb some mountain. Having that freedom has a lot of value too as compared to anything else. I think being physically able to do what you want to do is an asset.
Definitely.
So, it's just something further down the road, and then I'm sure that builds community also. Just like games and stuff, things like that. So,
I think that's a very interesting thought. Because there's some. Oh yeah, never mind.
What?
I want to mention like that's something that we also wanted to do, like build communities.
Yeah.
But do you really think like profitability is quite an important factor in order to carry out all this?
I think so. I mean, not say profitability lah, but I think at the very least, we need to gather enough of a base of membership to kind of attraction to kind of like do something like that lah. I think as of right now, we could do it, but we don't have the capacity in our finances to do these kind of partnerships with other places. So it's a bit tough, and then we have to ask our members to pay and then stuff like that. So it's possible lah. Honestly, it's possible lah. But I think I would rather do it at a later stage where things are a bit more stable.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think focus on I mean, there's only so much me and my partner is able to do. We still have to focus on the main business first lah. Before we can do more aspirational stuff like what you mentioned about like you all do videos and stuff. End of the day, the bread and butter has to be settled first before you can like think about the
true,
more fancy stuff.
Like for us, it's always the time factor, time and energy factor.
Exactly. I think only further down the road when you get a bit more bandwidth, because you're able to offload certain things, then you can think about more fancy stuff. But it's kind of like a weird thing because these are the things that set you apart from other people. But you can't do the things that set you apart from other people if you don't settle the main thing.
Correct.
So it's a bit of a dilemma.
You need a staffer.
Huh?
You need a staff. You need to hire more people to help you.
You
need a personal assistant.
Before you need to hire staff, you need money to hire staff. So end of the day, it still goes back to
actually,
that.
Is that in the plans, like to hire people?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I think definitely eventually down the road, ideally, I would love to hire someone to settle more of the admin customer service side of things. Preferably more, I mean, this is with any business lah. I think more of the day-to-day, you try to offload that as much as possible to other
all
people.
the mundane things.
Correct. Then I think the responsibility as a business owner, I say as if like in business very long, I only do 6 months. But the responsibility of a business owner is to ensure the growth of the business. All right, you can't grow the business if you're trying to keep it alive. You can't think of what's next if you're constantly thinking of what's happening now. So it's just eventually down the road is hopefully growing the business to the point where you can offload these kind of things and then look for opportunities out there. I think that comes with any business.
I think one thing that you already have that I'm enviable of is the community that you have already built. It might be maybe at the start this is a small community. But you think about it, the community is basically a bunch of people who are advocates, people who believe in you, who are putting money into what you're doing, and this advocacy can actually grow and spread the business. And I think that some of the business trends of the future, we're looking at community as a medium, or rather as a format of how businesses can grow. I think you already have that, ahead of us. You already have that community whereby you can grow. And once you have a substantial number, you have a lot of awareness. Other brands, businesses want to partner you. Hey, Dave, can we work together? Want to tap into your community? Like the sports product. Or maybe some energy gel or protein shake may want to work with you because you have the community. And I think the community is the reason why content creators, influencers can make money because brands see their community. Brands want to reach out, wants to leverage on them. And I think for what you're doing right now, I think this is definitely you're definitely at a great place to take it forward. And I think that's something that we also aspire. We hope to build a community and grow in that area too.
I think community building is tough in the beginning because it's not tough. I think it's not tough to get more when you already have some. It's the inertia, is the beginning, first few people, how you find those people and how do you get them to believe in what you believe. I'm very grateful. I'm honestly very grateful for all those people who are in our community, and then they are like actively advocating, telling their friends, hey, you come to the gym, they're constantly sharing our stories. I am very, very grateful for them. I'm very happy and very touched that they believe in what I believe too, and they're willing to support us to how it is. But finding those people in the beginning and then convincing them that you are worth supporting is always tough. But like what I mentioned, it's a very tricky situation where once you get the first few people, right, the further down the line, the easier it gets. I feel like at the very least is like it spreads like exponentially. So it's really like to build a community. I think it's just finding I honestly think it's just finding an authentic and unique voice, and then having a real direction, real direction, and then just keep going at it. I think once again, just put yourself out there. There's billions of people out there. If you're talking about Singapore market, there's like 7 million people out there. Bound to be someone who resonates with you. It's just how you get to them. It's how you speak to them. How you find a space where they see you. That's what matters. I think and then just being true to what you're saying. I think people sense inauthenticity very easily. I think a bit fakeness. Things like speaking like out of a template or speaking out of just copying what other people do, things like that. I think consumers are very smart really. I think consumers are very well exposed right now. Have to be authentic. I think authenticity is something people cannot recreate firstly, and then I think it just builds a sense of like the ability to feel closer to someone. I think if you want to build a community, firstly you need to be vulnerable. You need to be giving people a be human. I think the first person in the community is yourself. If you want to build a community, you are the person in the community. You're the first person in the community. So if you're not a real person that people can attach to, cling on to, I think it's a bit tough. So just be authentic and put yourself out there. I think to boil it down. That's about it. Personally, we're still growing. We're not a big community. We're just still a small budding community. But I think at the very least, the beginning that was what I feel was the more important thing.
So for you, your formula of getting this community in the first place, or like convincing them in the first place, is to be on a very ground level, because you're a trainer, right? So you interact with them on every time they're in the class. So that's where it all starts, I suppose.
I mean, okay, in a way, that's where the real human connection starts. But I think before that, for them to even come to my gym, to resonate with what I'm saying in the gym, and then to resonate with the idea of the gym, to show up, that's where it starts. I think to put ourselves out there and how you put your concept, how we, at least I can speak for myself, how we put the concept of our gym out there for people to find us, find out about us. That's the very first step, because they have to resonate with that first. Then they come in, then they're like, oh, actually the people within it also is kind of like, I kind of vibe with them. Then then eventually, it's not a one time, then you're in your community. I think it takes nurturing. It takes a bit of like getting to know them as people, getting them to know you as people.
So it's back to marketing again, right? Like putting your concept
100%.
out there.
100%. I think
it's all about marketing.
100%. I mean, I come from a marketing background, but I think it's definitely the case, alright. Like what I said earlier. I mean, let's not just even talk about marketing, but like, let's just say you like swiping on Tinder, let's just put that lah. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, you're trying to make connection with people, right? You're swiping on Tinder. You swipe. You can maybe swipe like 100 people. I don't know lah. It's been a while lah, but 100 people a day. But if you buy Tinder Plus, then you can go to 1,000 people on there. Chances of you finding your match is higher, right? So that's marketing. Like that's putting ad spends. That's basically a Tinder, the whole Tinder model, right? You put money, you put yourself out there for more people. The chances of you meeting people and making connection is higher, So it's the same as business, alright? You're trying to find people to make connection with you, to make connection with them. You have 1,000 people in front of you. Why if the 1,000 people in front of you completely don't vibe with what you want to do? They're not completely not your target audience at all. You have no choice but to reach further to get to them. So it's all marketing. I think it's a very important component of business. Getting your name out there, outreaching to people, and then hoping they reach out back to you. That's it. Yeah.
So you got any bad clients?
Bad clients
you gotta say
I would say no lah. No, I mean we got
hard to deal with.
We got some, because we run promos and stuff. Sometimes some of them they come in, you can clearly tell they in it for the deal only. Then they like done, they leave it. But nothing bad about that lah. Consumers, they have the freedom to do that. I think we have some very egotistical people who come in. I think the thing about working out, especially in a group format with other people, is that you have to leave your ego at the door lah. I think you come in, be humble. Everybody's on their own journey. You don't have to like, I don't know, compete or anything. It's just you're on your own journey and support each other on your own journey. Everybody's trying to be better. So we have people who come in, then they like kind of like I don't know, like they have a certain like that. Like let's say if they're lifting weights, right? Then they lift the weights completely wrongly. Yeah, not even slam. They lift their weights, like they're formed completely wrong. Then my partner, Brandy, he told me this story. Then he like when they're like, oh, you actually correct that. Then the guy will say like, oh, I already do squats for 20 years of my life already. You don't have to tell me what to do.
Whoa.
Yeah, things like that lah. Things like that. Then like, why you even show up there? Like you want here to use our equipment, man. You want to use our equipment, go somewhere else slightly cheaper. Then you can just lift your own weights. You know, why you come to a space like that? So I mean, definitely I think I see this more with I'm not trying to like gender thing, but guys have a bit more of this kind of things where they come in, then they feel like they know what they need to know already. Then they are not willing to hear you out. I think there's a bit of that. Other than that, I think quite lucky is that most of the people coming are quite genuine, quite nice. I think mostly most of the struggles is after how to convert them. And then that conversation, because I think besides being a trainer, besides being a marketer, besides being a finance person, besides being a toilet cleaner, besides being all this kind of thing, I also have to do sales. You know, I have to do sales. I have to do things. So sales is a whole. I mean, I'm not a salesperson before that. So trying to make that sales, trying to have that conversation, things get a little bit weird I think sometimes some people might be a little bit more. They have different excuses, different weird things, and then I think that it just comes with the territory of sales. I think some like tough conversations to have, trying to convince people to buy stuff, to believe in you and pay. That is something that I'm still on the journey with. I think I wouldn't say they are bad customers. I'm just saying that like maybe my sales techniques could have been better, or the way I approach sales could have been better. That would not elicit certain responses But other than that, I think training wise, nothing. I think mostly I'm most of the members and people who come in to train with us, quite genuine, quite nice. I think I'm quite grateful for that.
I'm very convinced like everyone comes to the gym because of you. I'm like looking through.
Nobody know me
after reading the Google reviews, right? The instructors, especially Dave, are amazing.
I mean, I think also because I'm the marketing person, so every time at the end of the class, I say, hey, please leave review. I'm the one that asking like, please leave review So I think maybe they like think it's Dave that asked me to leave review.
Brandon, can you compile like how many times Dave's name is?
The trainer Dave was very friendly and motivating during the class.
Wow. I wouldn't say that it's all Muslim, because I also have heard from other like DMs and stuff that a lot of people are praising my partner, my other trainers I think it's not just me. I think it's mostly me on the review page, because I'm the one asking them for review. So I'm more say it's also my job so that's why they leave my names But all throughout our gym, the coaches, we all have like reviews Yeah, that's about it. So no, I wouldn't take credit for that. I wouldn't take credit. That's what I
Cannot make your co-founder jealous.
He's a great trainer too. All our trainers are good trainers. That's the reason they are our trainers. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, maybe I just touch a little bit on aspirations, because now you shared quite a bit about your business, and how far you've come. So I mean, because like every business owners, we want to be able to, we have a certain aspiration, a certain goal we want to hit, want to reach, right? So maybe in terms of a timeline, let's say I don't know, 5 years. Maybe 5 years might be a bit far. Maybe 3 years from now. Where do you see your gym is at, what you're doing, what kind of a space or place are we looking at?
I think ideally, let's say 3 years 3 years, ideally in 3 years time from now, we would be either in a bigger space, so that we can do a lot more interesting stuff, or have a second space. So I mean long term down the road, I don't think I'm creating a gym. I think I'm creating a brand. Nice. I'm creating more of a unique product, I would say. So I think ideally down the road, this is something that can be replicated. I think right now, the idea that I open a gym is that I want to. It is, to be honest, the first gym that I've never opened a gym before. So this gym is more like a test bed for me. It's a very expensive test bed, but it's a test bed for me to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and then once we can solidify on what our product is and what people like and what people enjoy, then replicate it or make it bigger. I think that's the idea. I think that's the general idea, is a long game. Because in the short game, if you just open one space, you want to just open one gym, it's not sustainable. I think honestly speaking, it's not sustainable unless you have multiple spaces and then just trying to hold off and then trying to survive to the point where you can grow to that point. Ideally that's the case. Then I think in 3-5 years down the road, also hopefully I can do more fun stuff like what I mentioned earlier with the members, like get them to do different, more creative stuff, do more sports, do more, really push our ideology of being free in your body, being able to do whatever you want to do a little bit harder. I think right now we are still in a very not rudimentary, but we're just trying to hit the primary part of the business, which is the gym part of it.
Right.
But I think the either part of it, the whole aspirational, the whole intangible side of things, I think further down the road, ideally we will push harder. I think also right now it's just me and my partner, my partner that are doing the designs of the class. Also further down the road, also ideally we can get in more experts for each of the elements, and then really have each of the class be its own thing. So right now, our gym is, we do have the 4 elements, but I think further down the road, once we are able to get more experts into like subject matter experts for each of these elements, right? Then I want it to also be more of like a one-stop shop where like you don't have to go to multiple gyms. You can just come to our gym. You are able to get all these four key elements. You're covered in terms of physical fitness and physical health and wellness And then it's like kind of like more to what my dream is. I think the only reason why I opened a gym as how it is today is because of financial capabilities. And also just trying to figure out what the easiest way to start. Then figure out as we go, then grow from there. But before we even started the gym, idealistically I had a lot of thoughts on what to do. And then it's just that we're not able to do it now. Further in the future, we'll be able to do it hopefully.
Well, hopefully you get to do what you aspire you hope to do. I mean, the gym is basically, our businesses basically is an enabler of our vision, of our, in a sense, our purpose, what we want to do, while we are around. I hope you get to see those come to fruition, man.
Thanks. I hope so.
Yeah.
They only pray to everything.
So can we be one of your franchise?
Of course I'm down.
Over here.
Yeah, sure. And honestly, this is a good. I mean, not here but like somewhere slightly further down, Chongpang there, slightly better.
Okay. Maybe we'll consider that after we raise our 100K fund.
Let me know. You know my number.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I think this. Let us go on to maybe the last few questions for our podcast. So I'd like to seek your advice. All right. So maybe for our listeners, maybe let's just ask, how would you do things differently, if you were to restart this journey?
How would I do things differently? I think I ask myself that every day. I think especially more and more as further I got into the business, how I would do things differently. I think there's 2 ways to think about it. I think for people who are already in the business, this mentality might not be very healthy at a certain point because you couldn't have done something else differently when you were you didn't know any better at that point in time. So that you need to have that level of like forgiveness to yourself also for making certain mistakes. But there also has to be a point where you learn Then in the future you won't make the same mistakes again So it has to come at that balance. Personally, what I feel that I could have done better is or what I would have done differently is like I think I mentioned previously is that I wouldn't open in such a prime area where the rent is so expensive I will start a lot smaller I think get to a point where we are able to make a certain profit first, then slowly scale up. It's a longer route, but it's a safer route. I think it gives me less stress, less pressure on a daily basis to make more existential, more should I keep the business open? Not this kind of decisions in my mind. And when you can make less of those decisions, you're less stressed. You are able to I believe perform better and grow a bit better. That's one thing I will make. I'll do differently I probably will start in a more residential area where rent's cheaper. There's more of a community of people living there already, then you're closer to their daily life as compared to the CBD area. I think CBD area has it's something that I didn't know back then. I mean, I should have known, but it's something that like you open a gym near I mean, the idea of opening a gym is that you try to open a gym near in the proximity of someone's life. So whether is it near their workplace, near their house and stuff. If I had to choose, I would choose somewhere near their house if I had to do it again. But right now we are open in the CBD area. It is near their work. It's still good. They work out in between lunches and stuff. They can do that. But the thing about that is that weekends is something that do you want to go back to the CBD in the weekend after you were there from Monday to Friday? It's a bit of a struggle. You really need to have that that pool for them to come in. And also alternatively is that the other point is that you live in a place longer than you work in a place. So in terms of retention, if you have a gym near a house, chances of you moving out of the house is not as high as you quitting a job. If you quit a job, you most likely would not be training in the same gym already because you will be moving somewhere else already. So I would say retention level in the CBD area is a bit harder, and because of the retention level dropping, you have to spend way more money on acquiring people. So that is something I will probably do different. I think something I will do different is I probably wouldn't go for that same space I did that I gonna 120k tax. I probably wouldn't do that again 100%. So other than that also I think what else? I think I try not to get too much into this what I could have done better, too much into it, because certain things are unavoidable. I think I still have to give myself credit for still doing it. I think the main thing about doing business is I had this conversation with one of my friend who himself is also an entrepreneur. I think the main thing about entrepreneurship is that you just need to do. At the end of the day, you just need to do. Because there are 1,000,001 things that will tell you not to do it. 1,000,001 things you don't know until you do.
Wow.
And then when you do, then you know what not to do in the future or what to do next. I think it's kind of like no matter how prepared you are, how much capital you have or whatever, when you go into a business or you are going into a venture like this, you won't know what's next. And then just do and be flexible.
Who's this guy, man? You gotta bring him on the show.
Bring him on the show. I can intro you to him. He's also doing his own business. But shout out Kenneth. Shout out Kenneth.
Hey, okay.
But I think that's a very important thing that I think it kept at the back of my head. Because I think if I didn't do, I wouldn't know. Know. Then if I didn't know, I don't know. It's just a bunch of things that you won't know till you do. Honestly, you won't know till you do. I think the idea, personally for myself, the idea of not doing and not knowing will haunt me more than doing and failing. Wow. Exactly. So I think it's I think that's the tipping point for myself. Is I think at a point of my life, it is the smart thing to not do it. It is the smart thing to just keep your money and then just do whatever you're doing. Even though it might not be as fulfilling, it might not make you as happy. It is the prudent thing to do. But then there is the regret of or the something at the back of your mind that constantly tell you, but what if? If I did this, maybe I could be happier. Maybe I am as successful. One thing it will keep you up at night. That is scarier to me than doing and then failing. Because at the very least, at the end of the day, I know that I've tried. And then it didn't work out. And then at least I know I can. I know that if I have to go back to whatever I was doing before, at least that is on my mind. It's an expensive lesson, but it's a lesson at the end of the day. I think that's what life is about, right? Just doing experiences, learning, and then taking risks, and then finding out yourself. I think business, doing a business, you find out more about yourself than anything else ever. I think you really learn. I think I just read something this morning. Someone said that starting a business is like self-development on steroids. I don't know whether it's true for you or not, but it's like you have no choice but to grow. You have no choice but to learn. It's like you give yourself no choice, and then you do learn. You do grow at the end of the day. You do become more of who you were. You have a better perspective of life, better perspective of business and work, and your relationship with work, your relationship with money. You have a more broader view of that, and then I think that makes your life richer. Maybe not your pockets richer, but your life richer. So I think that has a lot of value to it.
I'm going to steal all your quotes, man.
Yeah, let's go. It's on recorder. It's all for me. Must credit me. Yeah, let's go. So I think that's mostly
awesome.
The main thing.
Thank you so much for your sharing. Let's see if our fans, I'm the only follower right now. Our followers, besides yourself, they want to find out, how do they find you? How do they reach out to you?
So
you share your IG handle or something.
Yes. So our gym is Aether Athletics, AETHER Athletics, ATHLETICS. Aether Athletics. You can Google us. We have an IG, Aether Athletics SG,
right?
I believe so. And then we have a website, aetherathletics.sg.
Awesome.
And also a TikTok. So you can find us on any of these platforms. Also on Facebook, but I don't know who uses Facebook right now. But yeah, you can find us on any of this platform. Just give us a Google. We should pop up. We are at 34B Circular Road, just at Boat Quay, next to Boat Quay. Very interesting place. Day and night very different, but
bonus question later.
Yes, sure, for sure. But you can find us there. That's where you can find us. If y'all don't mind, I can give also a promo code lah. If y'all don't mind, based on your podcast.
Thank you.
Sorry, what's podcast name? I'm blanking solid. Damn solid. Yes, damn solid. Okay. So if anyone listening out there would like to give us a try, I would be more than happy to give you a discount. Just use damn solid as a promo code, and I can give you like $20 off or $30 off. Let's just say $30 off. Okay, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna say $30 off, and then 2 weeks unlimited classes. More than happy to let y'all in. So damn solid as a promo code. Yeah, then just DM us on IG to get the link lah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you so much, Dave. Thanks for letting me be your first guest. Yeah, pilot episode. Let's go, damn solid. 1 million, 100 more episodes, 200 more episodes. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Number one fan right now.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Can you talk about the Thai massage here?
Yeah. Last story.
For those that don't know, there's a Thai massage.
Okay, so Circular Road has quite an interesting audience, I would say. Okay, so Circular Road is at Boat Quay, the back of Boat Quay. If y'all don't know lah. So it's right next to the CBD area. It's like in the center. Daytime lunch crowd. A lot of like office people going here lunch crowd. Once you hit 9 p.m. Then it's
Bollywood
kind of
beats.
it's kind of like a party central lah, a little bit like a lot of drinking area lah. So our neighbors a little bit interesting. I don't want to go too deep into it. Our neighbors a little bit interesting, but we are a legitimate business in the middle of interesting businesses, I would say. So I hear that there are moves to clean up the area a little bit.
Oh wow.
At least from the landlord and like some places lah. But that's about it lah. That's all I will go. I'll go into it lah.
So after your clients finish the hard workout, they can go for a Thai massage.
No. I will recommend other businesses outside lah. Our neighbors a little bit odd, but hopefully we can find a space next time that is don't have this kind of neighbors. But yeah lah, that's about it lah. That's about it. Yeah. Cool. Ending it off on that note.
Imagine next time you start up in a neighborhood, then beside you is a Thai massage.
To be honest, nothing wrong with Thai massage. It's just that one Thai massage next to our gym. That one, a little bit shady.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah.
Awesome.
Nothing to add to that really right now. Nothing to add to that.
What a fantastic way to wrap the podcast.
Yeah, let's go, man. All businesses are valid.
Yes.
It's not a PG friendly podcast. You can explain more.
True.
We are not sponsored by the government yet.
I just leaving you all the option to be lah. If you want to lah.
Yes.
So cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.